Hello everyone and welcome back to A Song of Tara, our Werewolf the Apocalypse campaign. So, how's everyone been doing?
Doing pretty well.
Pretty good, now that my throat infection is finally receding.
Literally shitty.
Yeah.
Hello.
What can we say to that except those three little words? Too much information!
No, these three little words. Enjoy that internet.
I wanted to say that the worm has found its way into your intestines, but the images that conjured up were too unpleasant. So.
Yes, please, let's not go there, shall we? Except you already did. All right, guys. Yep. So, have I told everyone what the plan was for today?
No.
Good.
What's the plan?
Only in the sense that you meant to...
everybody is going to die horribly.
Yeah, that's about the only gist I got too.
Okay, fair enough.
So, yeah.
No, what has happened in the 16 months since last we met our intrepid heroes and heroines?
Can I interrupt you quickly before we go into that?
Yep.
Maybe it's a good idea that we... I almost forgot we should probably talk about what happened last time before we go into what's going to happen, what happened between last time and this time.
Oh, we nearly forgot our recap. Yes, Daniel, recap for us, please.
Well, I don't know really what happened last time was we went to eat dinner. We went to a formal dinner with Aaron's dad, and that went horribly.
Mm-hmm.
And then there
Well, Finna
was...
thought he was kind of hot.
As I said, it went horribly. And then after that, it was basically people went separate ways and talked and we had an overall a decent-ish evening that then had like a spike of horribleness and then kind of panned out into being kind of okay again. Chief interest in what happened was that two of us happened across one of the local leeches, a vampire, by the name of, I don't remember what she was called actually.
Victoria, I think.
Yeah, Victoria's the right one. Who wove shadow and killed, she'd killed some dude. Some mortal, I assume. But anyway, she made herself known, and decided that, she was new in town, might as well piss off the local Garu because she was a fucking fool. So, yes, that's what she did. She pissed two of the Get Offenders off. What a clever girl. Aaron and Shiva had a conversation, and so did Taliesin and Taran.
Indeed.
And the evening basically just kind of died.
Yes.
So, does anyone have anything they want to add about what happened last time? Something relevant to their characters that they want to talk about? Before
Did
we
you
go
mention
into...
traffic surfing? I wasn't paying attention.
Nope.
I didn't mention traffic surfing. That's right. You did do
Then
that.
I was paying attention.
Yeah. It's true.
That was pretty cool, actually. That was a moment of pure awesomeness.
Mm-hmm. Taliesin, through a private answer machine message, revealed that he's basically been
Yeah, that's true.
talking about the pack to Siobhan and other high members of the Sept, sort of by basically keeping an eye on them on their behalf.
That's true.
You've been snitching on us.
That
What?
was fucking awesome.
You snitched!
Yep. Kind of. This is something that, out of role, sort of, if I'm allowed to suggest it.
Yeah, sure.
Soysa's mission. This is something that Taliesin will probably have confessed to the group before we've begun and tried to do as much damage control as possible. Basically saying, I've been doing this, it was meant well, nothing I've said has caused the Sept to, penalise us in any way. Anytime I've said something, they've said the onus is on me to then do something about it if I feel it is necessary.
Hey, Johan?
Yep.
Did our little traffic surfing incident have any repercussions?
No.
Cool.
And only that Darren had to deliver your clothing the day after, knowing what you did and giving you a, I know what you did look, and then giving them a thumbs up. I want to join next time.
Blocking
Like I said last time, Venus' answer was, why should I worry? Why should I care?
You may not have a dime, but you do have street subwoofer.
Well, in response to Taliesin coming out,
Jesus.
Slow clap.
Shiva will probably have, I think demanded is the right word, that he tell her everything he's told. Not in a, I have something to hide, but it's, she still views it as a bit of a trust breach.
Yeah. To which I'm sure Taliesin will have done so. Whether or not he does it in private or with everyone listening is up to her.
I will say that Aaron has been quick to take Taliesin in defense when he makes this reveal.
I guess we probably had an argument at that point then.
Oh, God.
Yeah, probably. But
I haven't heard about this before until now, but Fenna would probably have known. So,
Okay.
At least she would also find out. I mean, she is perceptive and stuff.
Yeah. Move on with that.
Her reaction would be, well, first getting maybe kind of angry and demanding to know what he actually told them, and then, depending on what he actually said, I'm gonna reserve any further reactions for that.
Okay. Most of what he's talked about will just be the actual status of the group at certain intervals, mixed with some of Taliesin's private thoughts on the matter. None of which are particularly condemning, but often are quite complimentary, but otherwise are truthful of the situation.
So nothing too private or awfully incriminating.
Oh no, absolutely not. He would anything that was very personal, that was actually going to have emotional baggage attached to it, and of course anything that might actually result in a litany breach is kept very tight-lipped.
Hi, Siobhan. I'm just back from measuring all the boobs in the group, like you asked me to.
No. I will say that as even before this confession is made, Taliesin will have actually slowly petered out on making these calls to her.
Mm.
And it will definitely immediately sort of stop afterwards.
Well, in that case, Fenna's reaction after having heard what he actually said and didn't say would be to just pat him on the back and say, "Carry on, snitch."
We'll see. But yeah, okay, so yes, that's basically Taliesin being the good-hearted and non-subterfuge indulging person that he is, would just tell everyone and have these reactions happen. He's not the kind of person who'd keep this to himself.
No.
Okay. Because
it might result in Fenna occasionally, when she does something daring or stupid or something, yelling at him, "Tell them about this thing!"
Mm-hmm.
Shiva will probably have distanced herself a bit from him, not in a big way, and depending on how long ago it is, it will have subsided again.
I'm going to say, again, with the storyteller's permission, I'd like to say either 1 or 2 months before.
I would imagine that he has at least admitted to this relatively quickly after he made the call, because, I mean, obviously they all heard it.
No, he he left the room, didn't he?
That's true, he left the room, that's right. In that case, well, a month or two. Yeah, sure, a month or two. Fine, no worries.
It's fine. Well, this segues pretty well into the overall topic, I guess, of does anyone have anything they want to...
I think I wanted to say something.
That's fine, I just quickly want to finish this. We should probably use this opportunity to head into, if some people want to cover what has happened in the last 16 months, and then head into what you had planned for the session, storyteller. But first, let's hear what AJ had to say.
Nothing.
No, it was Hille.
No, I said I thought that you had something to say because I heard her voice in the background.
Oh, yeah, I heard that too. But okay.
Well, fair enough.
So 16 months have passed.
I'd like to know how many people pay attention to Terran's YouTube channel.
Guilty.
I think I know of it. I don't think I watch it that often, which I don't tell Taryn because...
Don't want to hurt her feelings.
Exactly.
Well, those who have looked at it in the last few weeks may have seen a video of an awful Fenner-looking dog doing skateboard tricks.
Right.
Wonderful.
It's the coolest thing ever. And that thing is slowly going viral.
No, it's abuse of power. Why would you do that?
Why would I not?
With great power comes great responsibility.
With great power comes an awful lot of fun.
With great power comes Tobey Maguire.
With great power comes great kickflips.
Yes, true. In this case, great kickflips, definitely. Anyway, guys.
Yeah, for Shiva, she's mostly been busy. Actually, very busy. As she puts it, laying down the groundwork for a political career.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
As far as Aaron is concerned, there was... I don't want to go into too much detail about it because I don't feel it's necessary. We will maybe get a chance to experience it and play or through memory. But Aaron had some very eye-opening conversations with some of his pack, most of his pack members, in fact, over the course of the last 16 months. And aside from that, he has been basically bonding with his new family and has been creating. Like, basically creating a small I say small. He's been creating a financial empire for himself, inside and a little bit outside of Dublin.
Yep. He's I would say working class kid makes good, but there's nothing working class kid about him.
It's very true. Very true.
So, what happens tonight, unless anybody has anything else to add? Doesn't sound like it. All right.
Nope.
Actually, I think I have something.
Okay.
All right.
Because, and it's mostly for AJ to decide, but Shiva has had her job for 1.5 months by now, and since it is on the internet, there's a chance some sort of, I don't know, Weaver Spirit has told Taryn about it. I don't know.
I would imagine that has in fact happened, yes.
Probably.
Are you asking Weaver Spirits to spy on us now, AJ?
No.
What is this?
No,
But
they
they
volunteer the information because they like her.
That's actually a good point. She does have that magnetism towards Weaver Spirits, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does.
She has spirit and sister, but yeah, she also has spirit magnetism.
So what, the Weaver Spirits are all like, hey, we got some juicy stuff on your friend you wanna know?
It's interesting. I think it's cool that the spirits are trying to curry favor with her, because usually within the werewolf narrative, it's the other way around, right? We jump through hoops to please the spirits, but we have some minor spirits here who are like, hey, boss, hey.
Hey, Taryn! Fenna Googled banana split yesterday.
Okay, guys. Can I...
Does anyone have anything else?
Thank you.
I have a feeling it's because they haven't had a glasswalker willing to listen to them for a very long while.
Well, that's probably part of it.
Probably.
Anybody have anything else that's happened over the course of these 16 months?
Well, Fenna has been showing a bit of interest, or rather hatred towards those goddamn vampires, especially Victoria. And around Halloween she had a mental breakdown-ish when her dad spotted her.
Yeah.
That's true. There was an incident.
Yes.
All right.
It's prime real estate for being talked about eventually.
Yep. So, all right. I'm gonna return to what we are doing tonight then.
Sure.
You have been informed, told, instructed, whatever you want to call it, to make your way to Odd's place. You're getting an address. All of you've gotten an address. The reason for which being that the local Fae have taken an interest in you guys. They've taken an interest in you guys specifically because they too have a presence in the Umbra. It's not massive, but it is there. And they have learned that Raven has made some kind of prophecy about you, and changelings, fae, whatever you want to call them, really, really, really flock to prophecy like magpies to shiny objects.
Nerds.
And as a result, they really want to know what this thing is all about. You have consequently been told, as I said, to go to Odd's place, where you are informed that a few people will meet you, including Odd, and he will then take you to the Bleeding Horse, where you will get a chance to meet at least some of the local Fae. Again, you are reminded, politely but firmly, to be on your fucking best behavior while you're there, because this is an alliance that the Garou just simply cannot afford to fuck up. So, at the time we join you, it is early evening. You were told yesterday to go and see Odd tonight. You all got an address. You were all told that casual clothes are just fine. This isn't, they don't expect Garou to turn up wearing finery, especially not at the Bleeding Horse, which is the nightclub. So, yeah.
Has anyone cared to mention how we are supposed to inform the Fae about the nature of the prophecy when we don't know shit about it?
They're not asking you to inform them about the nature of the prophecy. They're just asking to see you.
Okay. Well, that makes it easier.
They want to see the chosen one.
It also makes it a tiny bit more unsettling.
Just a little.
Well, I know they said casual, but I think Shiva has spent way too much time trying to find the perfect outfit so she'll make a good impression.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
No, just the round amount of casual and classy and,
Yep.
enhancing her natural beauty.
So, do you guys...
You told me that Finna has actually once or twice been around the fairy court in the Umbra, right? So there is no making first impressions for her, really. At least not to all of them.
Are you
Whatever.
trying to weasel out of having to sniff people?
What? No, I'm trying to say, well, Finna only has, 2 sets of dedicated clothes anyway, so...
Yeah.
Better make a good... well, if any good impression is to be made, it better be the one where she doesn't suddenly get naked.
I understand. As far as it matters, then for Aaron, he also has 2 sets of dedicated clothing, and he's wearing the non-formal one. So,
yes.
Yeah.
Both
right.
are Finna's and non-formal.
I'm actually going to be really nice to you guys and say that over the course of the last 16 months, you would have gotten another 2 sets of dedicated clothing. It's not a very complicated rite for them to make. It just takes a little time. But it's nice to have at least some different clothes to change between.
That's nice of them. In that case, I might actually go in a set that is a bit more slummy looking than the one I had that was casual before. Like, it's definitely still casual, but the casual one Aaron had before is like high-class casual.
Yeah.
So
this is more like jeans and the t-shirt and maybe a bomber jacket or
like
something.
A windbreaker and a flat cap.
Yeah.
It was in the middle of the summer now, right?
Yep. It would be July, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
It is, in fact, it is mid-July, and it is 2015, obviously, so let's go back to 2015 July and find a good date. I am doing so right now. July Okay, it is in fact now. It's Saturday. No, it's Friday, the 17th of July.
Colonel's birthday is the next day then.
Aww.
Ah, that's wonderful.
I have to think
That's
of
actually
what
kind of
Senna
cool.
might have gotten him as a present.
Yep, same.
I already know what Shiva got him.
Same.
All right.
Also, in regards to outfit, I don't think Shiva felt like her dedicated clothes were good enough. So she is only wearing dedicated underwear and then, normal outfits.
Sure.
Yep, we've literally just come off of a new moon on the 17th. We're starting on the very thinnest of crescents.
Cool.
It was very, very nice of them to factor that into our diplomatic relations.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. There we go.
Right? Well, okay, so what is the scene where we start?
Well, I would imagine that you guys pretty much that you meet up before heading to Odd's flat.
Yeah, sure.
You are. Let's just say that you are down at the. You are at the staircase leading up to. Well, no, you're not. You are. In fact, let me see. You are on the Dublin South map, correct? Yes, you are. Good. Then you are located.
Please just ping whenever you find it.
Yep, I am. I'm just looking for the right place here. Ah, there we go. You are in fact located here.
Ah, there.
You
ping?
just pinged, didn't you?
There you go.
I asked you to shift ping because
Yes, I did an alt ping for some reason. I shift ping now. Here we go.
Yes, Taran.
How could you?
I don't know, but this is where.
yes.
Good. And the Bleeding Horse, of course, is not far away from there. Odd has actually moved to this place over the last couple of years. He used to live in Dublin North, but he's now moved down there.
Hey, look what I found!
True, Daniel Street, yes.
What did you find?
Daniel Street.
Street.
Ah, wonderful. Yep, that's obviously the best place in Dublin.
I have a question.
Yes?
What good is a university for infants? Women's and infants university.
It's a university hospital.
Oh, see, Rasmus, what you don't understand is that we have a very lax attitude towards education in Denmark.
Yeah, no, it's when you see that little H next to it, it's because it's a hospital.
Fair enough. And it only
University
admits women.
hospitals are a thing. Can't find it though.
I like the idea of baby geniuses.
No!
Hey.
Oh, over there.
All right, guys.
What I found.
Anyway, you are, as I said, you are right here.
I know where to find Victoria.
Yeah? Shut up, Hille. God
Please.
damn it.
Let's pay attention to the GM now, or storyteller now.
So, yeah, go on, scene.
Thank you. You are literally maybe 50 yards away from the entrance to the house where he lives.
Yeah.
There are, as you guys have been informed, there are only 2 actual flats in this particular building. There's a store downstairs, and then there are 2 flats on top of that.
Cool. He's in the... Are they next to each other, or are they on separate stories?
They are on separate stories. So he's on the first floor, and the store is on the ground floor, obviously. Then he's on the first floor, and then there's somebody else on the second floor.
Cool. Well, I guess we're going in, I
Yeah,
think.
it's very quiet. It's evening, as I said. The situation, of course, is that the moon or the sun has gone down, so it's a matter of finding out what moon phase we are in. And I'm looking now, May.
I think Chris said so earlier.
Oh, Thank
The
you.
very slimmest of crescent moon.
Yes.
We've literally just had a new moon on the 16th. We're on
Yep,
the
yep.
slim crescent on the 17th.
Very slim crescent, but yes. Good. You are so you are looking at an almost dark night sky. Of course, it is within the city limits, so there are street lights and so on. But this is also the world of darkness. So the street lights down this particular street, or cul-de-sac as it is, don't work. It's dark.
Lovely.
Of course.
Well, I guess we know where he lives, so might as well just head there.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I assume we've already met and greeted each other, and we're just walking together.
Yeah, that's the idea.
All right. Well, do we explode on our way to his house?
No, you don't.
Oh.
When you get closer, I am assuming that everybody is walking there in Homet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Sure. Well, what do I know?
Makes sense.
No, it would ruin my
So
summer dress.
we all arrive in Crinus.
It was a,
Yeah.
it was
You
a
could
fair
have
question.
gone Lupus. Well, you're all in Homet, no problem. You are approaching, and depending on your perception plus alertness, you all notice this, but at different times, perhaps. But you do notice a strange kind of smell as you get close to the door.
What does it smell like?
Someone who hasn't taken a bath in way too long.
Oh. So one of the
Is
bone also
Joseph
present.
here?
Awesome, I don't have to get up close.
You also, as you get a little bit closer than that, you also smell blood.
Uh-oh.
That's worse.
Trouble.
Yeah, I think so too.
Were the lights out?
Yeah.
How fast can I rush in and stealth at the same time?
Not terribly.
Well, I'm gonna do that.
I think I just start jogging too. Like, if
You're
she,
very- I mean,
she
you're-
means to stealth, right? Then if I then go in not stealthing, then there's less of a chance she'll be spotted.
True. Well, as you reach the door, you find that the front door, the one where you would actually have to buzz to be let in, is ajar. Primarily because somebody's foot is stuck in it.
Stuck in it still?
Yeah, well, somebody's lying on the floor inside and their foot is sticking out the door.
Uh-oh.
Okay, who is this lucky person?
It's a woman, and it's clearly the woman smelling very badly.
It's always a woman.
Anyone we know?
Well, you may have seen her a couple of times. It's Trisha.
Oh.
Is she okay?
She's very dead.
I was
She's
about to
dead?
ask. I was about
Very.
to ask: Is she smelly from dying so hard she shat herself?
No.
No, she was a
Well,
bone She was smelling.
Darren just rushes over to her and tries to check her, of course, finding out that she is indeed dead.
Yeah.
And
she
finding
is.
out that she is indeed dead, Fenna is going to look around for any traces of who might have done it, especially if they're still there.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
5 dots in perception plus alertness.
Yeah. There is. I'm going to have to describe this in a little bit of detail because it's important.
Sure.
The walls of the hallway are painted an emerald green,
Yeah.
but there are footmarks on the stairs, bloody footprints, and there are hand marks, very large hand marks, as if somebody has been steadying themselves on the way up the stairs. They're also covered in blood.
I need to ask: do you mean footprints or shoe prints?
Shoe prints.
Okay.
Are the handprints human-like?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
I think Shiva whispers to whoever is nearby, I think we need to check on Odd.
Yeah.
Stealth
Definitely.
mode up the stairs.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
stealth mode up the stairs, as far as I'm concerned.
When you reach the first floor, you have to turn around the stairs once to get there. When you get halfway up the last flight of stairs, even though it's pitch black here, you can tell something is very badly wrong. The door is shattered.
Uh-oh.
There are pieces of wood from the door on the what's it called, on the landing and down the stairs.
Taryn changes into Lupus and starts sniffing around.
Aaron walks
There's-
into the apartment and starts calling for Odd.
Yeah.
Then it's just stealth mode because Aaron insists on...
Yeah, you
Rushing in.
feel free to be in stealth mode, of course, but I think Aaron is rushing, basically because he has no idea when Trisha died or if Odd is still alive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
very-
but what's the point in trying to stay quiet and unseen when a dragon is roaring and spitting fire right next to you?
Don't say that. Striking from hiding is nice. But,
Well, it's very quiet. Apart from you, of course, it's completely quiet in the flat.
look around trying to see if I can find Odd or a broken window or something that might indicate that he's not here.
You hear a voice in your ear, very odd, screechy voice, as if it comes from very far away, whispering, or, well, it's hard to say if it's whispering or what it is, but it's words that they are words that you've heard before, saying, when everything turns red rather than green, when all is silent, and when the Tuatha De Danann are no longer dancing at the hills of Tara, these six.
Is there like physical reaction to hearing this? Like, does it hurt? Does it like sting?
Well,
sting your ears?
it does make all the little hairs on your neck probably stand on end, but other than that, no.
Was
it
that
turn
only
to-
Aaron?
Go on.
Was it only Aaron?
It's everyone who is in the flat.
Well, Finna would be.
Oh.
So.
Sheila would be as well.
Yeah.
Taryn looks up.
Did you guys hear that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can still smell blood.
Trying to follow.
Well, you move through the front hallway and through the kitchen and into the living room. And you behold a scene of absolute devastation and carnage. Odd is lying there, basically half thrown across his own couch. The wounds on his chest and throat and face are absolutely horrible, terrible. He is very, very dead. There is someone lying behind the couch. You can see a hand, coming out from behind the couch down on the floor. There is a pool of blood that has settled back there as well. And across the living room table, if you turn your head, is Michael O'Shea.
Who was that again?
Finds a way.
Oh, no!
Oh shit!
Dead or alive?
Very dead.
Fuck!
Taryn rushes over to the guy behind the couch.
That's Nick.
Turns back into her own. Nick! No!
Taliesin hears you, turns, runs up, and beholds the corpse. And then just freezes.
Finna just backs up against the wall with her hands over her mouth, trying not to puke.
Yep. I've already spent one temporary willpower to not gag.
Yeah.
That's actually probably a good idea.
Yeah. Hold on.
I want to know. I want to ask my storyteller here. I want to ask you, Joan. As far as I'm aware, like both my understanding of werewolf lore, but also my understanding of what would be Aaron's understanding of us, of our society. 4 of us just dying like this is practically unheard of, right?
It is. It is.
Like something intensely wrong has happened here. Like
something unbelievably horrible has happened here.
Yeah. So I don't have common sense. So feel free to deny me knowledge of this. I want to say Aaron's first reaction would be to, when he regains control of himself, would be to go to a window, tear it open, and just scream a howl, like the howl for the rest of the sept to hear back in in the green, to know that like basically the war howl.
Yeah. As you move over there, everyone who's basically at Nick's side right now, you see him. He opens his eyes very slowly. So there's still life in the old geezer.
Oh shit!
Oh, thank God!
Heck!
I'm glad to see you guys.
Taryn tries to slowly turn him around so he had an easier time breathing.
It's too late. Don't try any. Just get back to the set before it's too late.
Don't cry, heal yourself.
No use. No use. It's my time, kids. It's my time now. I've had enough time. Get back to the set and warn them.
About what?
The ones who danced the spiral are here. Get back and warn them.
Let's get out of here, guys. Colonel starts moving toward the exit.
Say, Lupus runs faster, right?
Yeah.
Lupus.
Yep.
Aaron makes sure he's the last out of the apartment.
Yeah.
Before Shiva leaves, she will whisper a brief "I'm sorry," and then she will snap. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go on.
She'll snap a picture of the scene in case people don't believe them.
Yeah. No, actually, that's yeah. And then she'll what? Sorry.
Run with the others.
Yes. As you run down the stairs, the lot of you, all of you, you hear in your voice in your ears that same slightly screechy voice going on. These 6 will wash away blood with blood, drown tears with tears, burn rage with rage. And as the sept is torn and split asunder, these 6 must stay within my eye. When the once dead laugh, when dreams become nightmares, when the silver river no longer burns the flesh of she who was lost and who now hides. Yes, these 6 must remain within my eye, or all will wither and die.
I think that makes Taryn run even faster.
I need to ask one question before I'm the last out of that apartment.
Yep.
Any of the ones dead known for carrying fetishes or talents that we should reclaim for the sept?
That's a very good question, but no.
Okay.
I think Aaron would have to drag Taliesin away.
That's going to be what's happening.
Yes. And then, but then we all run out, and I assume then we hear the prophecy. And
He probably laments shouting at you, but he is like dragging, pushing, and just barking at you to get your ass moving.
Mm-hmm. Okay. As Taliesin is... Oh, nice. As Taliesin's running, as he gets out the door, he is only vaguely aware that he's shaking, and it's only about halfway through the journey that he realizes that he's shaking with absolute rage. The kind of rage where he just genuinely wants to let it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when we hear that last part of the prophecy, Finna just scrawls and says, "Shut up!"
Yep.
As she runs.
Well,
Okay.
I think she was teary-eyed as she turned into a wolf.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You all rush back through the streets of Dublin, and obviously having 6 very large dogs run free like that is unusual. But I'm assuming you're going by as many side alleys and back streets as possible.
Yeah.
And rooftops!
Yeah, and rooftops in your case, probably.
Insofar as we're able to, and I don't want to say that people can't run this direction or that away, but Aaron, who is running in the back, is kind of snapping at people's heels and trying to make sure they stay where he can see everyone. Because he doesn't want anyone to isolate themselves out of sight.
Don't split the party!
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he says, something akin to that, but less nerdy.
Yeah. No problem.
We haven't split the party by running on rooftops. We've just made sure that some of us have the higher ground.
Mm.
And
All right.
Some of us can't see you if you get stabbed.
You know what? You have to move. I will just paint something here to
What time
illustrate.
of day is it?
Late
It's
evening.
night.
Maybe.
Early evening. Right.
You have to get there.
Cool.
Do we get there?
Yes, you do. Although you have a number of people spotting you, it can't really be helped. Even if you do go by back roads and so on, you do get there eventually.
Okay. I think, barring anyone else's reaction, well, first things first, we get there, are any of the Sept around St. Stephen's Green? Are they in St. Stephen's Green?
I was going to ask. Sorry,
Sorry.
you may.
No, go on first.
Okay, my question was about, because the first session we actually had, where we got to join at the first mood, there was a ritual required to even enter.
Yep.
And so I'm wondering if we've just grown accustomed to shouting at someone to open the door.
Actually, what normally happens is that some of the spirits will inform those inside that somebody wants to be let in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was curious about that. Not that I didn't want to say that, like, if we had got in, then of course we got in. I was just,
Are there people outside the gates
Yes.
along with us? Taliesin...
No, none of your people. They're dreamers. It's a Friday night.
Dreamers?
Regular people.
Oh, right.
Normals.
Taliesin, not really thinking straight about it, sees them and just starts growling and barking very angrily at them to sort of push them off, get them away.
That makes them run, oddly enough.
Mm-hmm.
What? Why would they do that?
because there's a wolf.
I don't
Six
get it.
wolves and one of them seems aggressive.
Mm-hmm. Well, very
I
large
don't get it. We're
dogs.
basically chihuahuas.
Yep.
Yip, 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 yip,
And then, and then just sort of continues growling under his breath, but is looking very intently at the gate.
It takes longer than normal, but eventually you are let in. But it does take significantly longer than it normally does. It takes long enough that people start to approach you guys from outside. Dreamers start noticing you, and there, a few people are basically approaching you from across the street.
I have a question, and that is, would it be best for keeping the veil that we disappear in behind the protective barrier of the green and vanish, and then people will be like, oh, whatever, and just go about? Or will this cause enough of a stir that we might be better off with one of us going into Krynos and causing a bit of hysteria and delirium, and then people will just, I think I saw something, and then have that
Who
be a
knows,
thing
Daniel?
tomorrow?
Do you have common sense?
No, I'm asking because I don't expect my GM to tell me this, so instead I ask.
Some of us do have common sense, though. She can answer for us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She would, because you have that, she could tell you without being asked first. But I.
Well,
just
yeah,
elected
but
to ask.
she has made it clear that she's not going to remember what everyone has, so it would be wise of us to actually poke her once in a while and say, hey, I have common sense.
Exactly.
In that case, what does our common sense say?
That, quite frankly, right now, it would probably just be better if you guys pretended to bolt down the side of the north side of the green, and then perhaps slink in once you get a little further down that road. You would be able to slink into the green through the barriers there.
Okay.
So because Connell does not have common sense, he turns around toward the dreamers and starts snarling at them.
Well, that's what Taliesin did as well.
Yeah, well, they once they get snarled at, most people, they will just turn around. There's like, okay, angry dog, not going to go close to that thing, and then they start moving away.
In that case, I think Shiva says, I assume we can talk in Garou speech.
Yes, you can.
Shiva says to follow her, and then she does exactly what you described.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taliesin follows.
I make sure to snap at people's heels again. Make sure people don't stay behind.
And you all get into the green one way or another, but you all get into the green, and the moment you get in there, you can hear an almighty ruckus.
Taryn just keeps running towards it.
Can you do a mid-run change?
Yeah.
Yep. Taryn
Okay.
can do it without thinking about it.
In that case, that is what Shiva does, which means she's in her underwear, but she doesn't really care right now.
What is the scene that we come across?
You come across an argument or what looks like it's the arse end of an argument, really, between Ross and Siobhan on one side and Eric and Gorman and a few others on the other side. It's quite loud. It's very acrimonious. There's a lot of insults being thrown even as you approach. And just as you get there, what you're going to see before any of you have a chance to react. So I'm going to explain what it is you see as you approach. You see all of the aforementioned, basically most of the sept changes into either Hispo or Krynos. And it is very clear that in about 3 seconds flat, blood is going to start flying, along with tufts of fur and quite likely a few internal organs. And then you hear a voice that you have only heard very briefly, once or twice when she's been visiting, from a young woman who's actually, as you guys know, she's actually from the sept out at Tara, but she has been visiting once in a while, who starts yipping and barking. She's not actually saying anything, but she's taunting.
This would be Bleeding Paws?
Yes, well, that's not her name just yet, but yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Finna's gonna set into a howl just to get their attention off of whatever they're doing. Like,
yeah.
Loud, unexpected sound.
They don't even pay you the slightest attention.
Can I ask a question about the thing that led up to almost killing each other?
Yeah.
Coming in as we did on the arse end of some form of argument.
Yes.
Just from the words exchanged, is it possible to have any inkling of what the subject was?
No, none. It's long gone past what it was actually about, and has
Okay.
degenerated into general acrimony and name calling and threats of violence. And as I said, it's you hear her yipping and barking, and even you guys feel horribly provoked by it. Like, seriously pissed off and provoked. This little bitch, quite frankly, is basically in Guru speak, pushing every single primal button in every one of you's arsenal all at once. Calling you everything from soft to cowardly to stupid to feckless to gormless to a bunch of poodle humping, layabout, no good, bullshit, useless wankers.
Oh no, we're gormless.
So,
Say it isn't so. Has he died too?
No, he's one of the people who are getting who's about to get into a fight. But yeah,
so people are. It seems like blood's about to be shed, right?
yes,
And we saw how many? 4 dead.
yes.
Okay, when the howl doesn't work, Fennet tries yelling at the top of her lungs. He's still lupus,
You
but he can
can't.
still.
You
but-
can't.
I
You
think
are
that-
pissed off and about to start chasing her.
Oh,
Well,
wonderful.
Taryn's gonna run
Can-
past
can
him
that-
and the little bitch.
No, that's a right.
Is there?
That was a right that she used.
there's-
Every werewolf.
There's no save against it.
No. Every werewolf in this set is turning around to chase her. Everyone.
Then off we go.
Yep.
Yeah, it
Behold.
doesn't sound like we really have much of a choice.
No, behold,
You don't.
Behold.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry, but you don't.
behold, role players, cutscene power to the max.
I told you. I already wrote it. Calm down. This is a cutscene.
Yeah, we
Go
won't.
with
We
the
won't.
flow.
We
Not
won't
reading
be-
the chat.
Oh, I knew.
This revolution will not be civilized.
No.
Anyway,
Well, I guess we chase her then.
Let's hear it.
Yes. It's a chase. It's a wild chase in lupus form for the entire set. So you guys think that your little skedaddle across a few streets of Dublin was anything? We've just basically the news tomorrow will report that apparently a kennel had a break-in and somebody let out all the dogs.
Who let the dog? I realized that I have a.
Sorry, go on. What were you saying? Hilla, what were you saying?
Oh no, it's just I stopped myself from continuing that one, but then
No.
I realized that I have a person making bad jokes.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So you guys basically start chasing after this young Fina who is running for her life, literally. If anybody were to catch up with her, that would probably be very, very, very bloody.
okay. I assume though, for the sake of I assume that she's too quick for that at first.
She is. She manages to stay in front of absolutely everyone.
For the sake of the narrative.
And she does. She really does run that fast.
Yes.
And she leads everyone out of the city. And towards Tara.
Oh.
And once you get to Tara, eventually, she jumps over the fence. There's like a fence circling the entire area. She jumps over the fence, runs up to the hills themselves. You okay, Heine? It's very loud from your end.
Oh, yeah, sure. Sorry.
She jumps over the fence, runs up to the hills, and right around that time, she just can't stay in front anymore. And she's completely winded, totally exhausted. And Siobhan and Eric, for once in their lives, actually seem to agree on something, and they both pounce on her. And they are just about to rip her head off, probably in a very literal sense, when everyone seems to start coming back around, and you hear Ross's voice just very loud, bellowing, "Stop!"
I assume we all stop.
Well, a couple of people actually have to pull Eric off her, but yeah. She's blackened, her face is blackened from the few punches that he's already managed to land on her.
And I imagine, for the sake of, I say that. I'm going to try and say this without sounding sarcastic. I do apologise. I imagine that her paws are quite bloody.
They are indeed. She has literally run herself bloody.
Wouldn't most of the rest of us have as well?
No.
We ran the same distance.
Yes, no, she's run it twice.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
In one night. That's the thing.
Yep. So...
The rest of you are very, very sore and would probably like to sit down and rub your feet, but she's literally bleeding.
I have the sense that Ross didn't stop us to save her. I assume our Sept Alpha called us to stop because he's noticed something interesting about the situation.
Everything is deathly quiet. There is nobody else here. This is the largest Phoenicept in the world, and the most powerful one, and everything is just quiet.
Interesting, very interesting. What do you guys say we take a break here, and when we come back, we can find out what's happened to the Sept at Tara?
Fuck your cliffhanger!
All right.
I'm so happy you're pleased. All right, well, let's take a break now, and we'll be right back with more Song of Tara.